Waves can crash around him, but he never tips over. The King of Cups is the emotional rock, the steady hand, the wise heart. I'm the optimistic mystic, and today we're diving into the tarot's most emotionally evolved leader. Some key words here: emotional maturity, calm leadership, spiritual counsel, grounded intuition, wise love. Okay, let's break down the symbolism in this card. He sits on a throne, not on land, but on water. His robe flows like the ocean, and the sea churns around him. But yet, he remains still. All right. The throne and water. Interesting, right? What does that mean? That means and symbolizes emotional authority and chaos. This is someone who can really thrive in chaos and not be thrown around emotionally, not be thrown off, and be able to stay calm in their own sovereignty. The cup is all about emotional wisdom, not impulsiveness. This is someone who has mastered their impulsivity and creates a little bit of space between judgment and response. They're not emotional reacting to everything as if the emotions are themselves. It's the processing of what the emotion means and how to alchemize and transcend that into a higher state of consciousness and be able to use that information tactfully, skillfully, and constructively to communicate with oneself and to communicate with others and the environment around him. Let's look at the face. His face is super calm. He's straight chilling. This is signifying emotional control, not suppression. So how many times, are people smiling in your face but pushing down their emotions? How many times do you want to say something and you don't, and you suppress it and you get that bitter taste in your mouth? Yeah. The king, he doesn't fuck around with any of that shit. He stays calm, and you can see it in his face. He's in emotional control. This person does not suppress their emotions. They respond to them on time with love. And the fish and the ship behind him, if you take a peek, go ahead, peek in the back of the card, signifies creativity and intuition and navigating storms. This is someone who does not hold back, will not hold back, and have learned that holding back gets you nowhere but chaos. So this king has felt everything, but he doesn't let it control him. He doesn't overreact. He responds with presence. The king, he's a king of emotional detachment. That doesn't mean he's numbing himself or not feeling emotions. He's processing them as information skillfully and using them constructively. He doesn't let his emotions get the best of him, and he doesn't make decisions out of his emotions or out of a temporary state. He understands that emotions are temporary. Upright, the King of Cups represents emotional intelligence, spiritual guidance, and calm leadership. He leads with empathy, not ego. This is the person who can get some of the most challenging, difficult people in the room to listen to them and understand why to take their instruction in a calm manner. This is somebody with the aura that doesn't have to say much, but maybe the narcissist in the room might put their tail between their legs because energy to energy bodies, the narcissist knows that they cannot fool the King of Cups. It's even unspoken. It's in the energy. I know your tricks, narcissist. You can't get in here. I'm so solid on the inside that nothing on the outside that can touch me. And actually, you're going to submit to me, and because from spirit to spirit, you understand that this is a higher raking spiritual master. This is the person that can give a look or just say a few words with presence with it carrying a certain state of consciousness. And those around them are going to feel it. And they're going to want to heal to it of sorts. Because there's this unspoken energy of this calm leader in front of them. He can represent a mentor, a therapist, a healer, or emotionally wise man. And that's what I meant by submitting. A call for you to stay calm in emotional waters. Leading with compassion even when others are reactive. So this person, the King of Cups, really has also mastered their nervous system and their breath. Because the first thing that goes when your emotions go is your breath, and your nervous system goes on fire. And that's when we get reactive. So how do we hack ourselves, and how do we get to be this King of Cups? Well, it's really imperative that we learn how to manage our nervous system and manage our breathing, so that way we can stay in a calm state, so we can stay clear-headed, and we can remain holding space for others without sacrificing our own peace. Our own peace. The king doesn't yell to be heard. He listens deeply and speaks when it matters. He's the embodiment of, I can hold your storm because I've survived my own. You'll see a lot of shamans in this type of energy. You ever sit in a chaotic group chat and say nothing for hours, then drop one message that changes the whole vibe? Yeah, King of Cups energy. Or you're the calm one everyone runs to during their meltdown, even though you've got your own stuff going on. Yep. You're not cold. You're composed. You're not detached. You're discerning. This is not about bottling emotions. This is about mastering them. And this is important to take note. So the king has everyone run to them during their meltdown, even when the king has stuff going on themselves, yes. Okay, but what makes the king a king is asking himself, do I have the capacity for this right now? And is my cup full and nurtured? And do I have the capacity? And knowing from love of when to say, no, I can come back around to help that person then, or just no, I'm not going to be helping that person, or this is the right time, or I'm going to help a little bit, and then, boundaries, right? So the king knows where he's at. So he's not overgiving himself to others, because remember, this is the counselor type, this is the teacher type, this is the therapist type, this is the coach type, this is the intuitive counselor, okay? Yes, so spiritually, the King of Cups is the intuitive counselor, someone who holds sacred space without judgment. So ask yourself, am I reacting or responding? Am I grounded enough to support others without absorbing them? How can I lead with love and boundaries? This king reminds you, true strength is staying soft in a loud world. So if you're wondering, how the heck do you do that? Stay soft in a loud world. Well, get to learning about your emotions. Get to learning about the energy underneath each emotion and what that means, so you can transcend and alchemize. If you're stepping into your calm authority era, drop I lead with love in the comments, or leave a crown and wave emoji. You're the lighthouse now. Follow Optimistic Mystic for tarot that strengthens your spirit, expands your empathy, and helps you rise like royalty. You're not here to fix everyone, but you are here to show them what emotional power looks like in its highest form. Your Majesty. So let the heart lead and rule with love.